I took this photo out at the Botanic Gardens on the west side of town, and I had no intention of taking this photo. This is really one of those unplanned, serendipitous moments that ends up being really cool when it's all said and done. I took my kids out here just for something interesting to do. There's this treehouse structure that they played on, and I brought my D750 and my macro lens and just wanted to walk around and see if I could get some interesting photos. And I found this giant cactus. It looked like a ball almost, like it was just this green blob kind of sticking up from the ground in a pot. And on top of this cactus were all these pink spines, or I don't know what you call them. Like spines is probably not the right word, but these little pink, you know what? I'll just call them pokey things because I don't know anything about cactuses. And in the middle of this sea of little pink pokies was this yellow and orange bulb. Maybe it's a flower that's emerging. I'm not sure. In any case, it made for a really cool scene to get low on the ground and or at least like kneel down and photograph. And the colors here are so cool. There's like it's pinks and yellows and oranges. It looks like some sort of underwater scene, but it's not. It's a cactus. And I never see stuff like this. It made it really cool to take this picture without any of the usual, like, if I'm going to take a picture of a flower, there's probably going to be like familiar elements. Well, nothing in here is familiar, at least to me. It's these pink spikes sticking up, and then this looks like a flame frozen in place. It was a little tricky deciding on what aperture to use. I ended up shooting at f11, if I remember right, and I shot a couple at f19, a couple at like f8 and f4, and f11 was a really good compromise between depth of field, subject sharpness, and overall clarity of the photo. If I look at the f19 shots, there's actually a little more. The depth of field is larger, and so there's it just looks more in focus. Here you can obviously see that there's some things in focus. There's a lot that's out of focus, but it's a good balance between the two. I did have to edit this a little bit in Lightroom, bring the shadows, bring the highlights down, bring the shadows up a little bit. I don't think I adjusted the white balance too much. Though, like what you see here is really close to what it actually was, which is a really cool scene that I don't get to see very often in Oklahoma, and I'm glad I had the chance to photograph it.